up, I gas me up, I hype me up.
I gas me up, I hype me up, I gas me up. Take a space, sis. Got a room with this. I'm a trip for this. This space is on the biz. Push through, sis.
Yes, take up space, sis.
I know when to chill. I'm humble, yeah, I don't shy away from compliments. I receive. I'm worth the fuss.
I'm worth the fuss.
Inner work will take me from petty to queen to goddess to priestess. Competing in comparison.
Yes, go for me, dog.
It's not duplicatable or copy friendly.
Hey, I'm powerful beyond measure. Yes.
It's not my responsibility. I normalize saying no.
Dang, come on, Instagram.
I uproot any soul ties of attachment.
This is tripping.
Held me hostage to
my Instagram ain't going live.
Feeling, expressing, and womaning. Take a space, sis. Got me wrong with this. I'm a fool for this. Rest is a revolution and a luxury. I'm learning to step out of survival mode. I wake up to my own BS.
Yes.
There ain't nobody to put me on. I am the blueprint.
I am the blueprint. I mean, it's so good.
Nature will be revealed. That's what I gotta know. I love myself. And
I love myself.
I'm proud of what and who I love. I do the most for mine.
Yes.
I use my voice, my heart, my thoughts, my truth to speak up about what I want. I don't use coded language. I'm loud with it. It's noticeable that I'm no longer stuck in chapters with women who don't match my vibe.
That don't match my vibe on period. Let's go.
Connections. I'm worthy even when I'm bored, even when I rest, even when I am confused.
Yes.
Even when I'm still healing. I feel so right and enough. And that feeling won't stop. This, my intuition said what she said. I trust her now. I show up fully being the most.
Go.
I won't over-explain myself. I am who I am.
I am who I am.
I bring what I bring.
I said what I said.
I'm so awake to this big energy essence.
Let's
Nothing
go.
will stand in the way of me asking for what I want. This is how my needs are being met.
Let's
I won't
go.
explain why I'm so dressed up.
I won't explain why I'm so dressed up.
No matter how others feel or think of me, I'm gonna take up space.
I'm gonna take up space. Take up space, sis.
I got my room with this. In the bar, in the bedroom, in the zone, on the IG, in my truth, on the beach. I'm a reach. I hype me up.
I gas me up. I hype me up. I gas me up. Take up space, sis. Yes.
I'm a trip for this. They cannot resist.
I'm super juiced. I'm super juiced.
They cannot resist. Take a space.
Take up space, sis. Hey, Google. Off. All right, we here. We in the building. We are here to have another amazing conversation. Ooh, I didn't know that was helping. Sorry, TikTok. To having another amazing conversation about our faith walk. I say our faith walk because let's be honest, we are all walking in faith on a daily basis with everything that we're doing. Whether you are starting something new, want to embark on something new, no matter what is happening in your life, you are walking in faith to get to wherever you're on your way to. And really, what does it mean to have a faith walk? A faith walk is just walking and not being able to see the final destination. A faith walk is just moving and not being able to see where you're going to end up. Okay? Because you may have a desire to end up over here, but God may have something bigger and better for you. Okay? You may have a desire to end up over here, but God has something even bigger and better for you. So you're just moving in faith on what is going to happen next. And it's so funny because ever since I've walked away from my job, the renewal of spirit, what I have in my body, I cannot shake. Okay? I cannot shake. I have been literally changed forever. Okay? And it makes it very difficult for an individual who has been changed in such a mental way to get in line with somebody else's program. And so right now on this faith walk, I am learning so much, okay? And I just want to share it. I just want to come share it with you. So I'm super pumped because, as many of you know, I've been on this walk for a long time, 18 years as a federal employee. And in those 18 years, I have had so many different things that I have wanted to do, to embark upon. Okay. So many different ventures. And the beautiful part about each and every one of us is we have been specially made with many gifts, right? And the main point of all the gifts that you have is to just see how it works out, test them out, see if it's for you, right? But we want to embark on the journey to get to said living in the life of your purpose, doing the things that set your soul on fire. We want to embark on that journey. And I say we because in reference, I'm specifically talking about me. But when we are talking about this journey, we are all on our own paths. And everybody's path looks so different. Your path doesn't look like my path. My path doesn't look like your path. But you know what is forever the same on this path is how you are supported, how you are backed, how God, the angels, the universe, they have your back. And as you are moving forward, you are not alone. And so that is what I really want to come here and talk to you about today, because a lot of the times when we have to, or we are choosing to make such a big decision, because let's be real, when it comes to money, and I learned this yesterday and I'm really excited about it, but when it comes to money and we're looking at money, those of us who have had a 9 to 5, have been working our 9 to 5, we view money as a source of income. And it's almost as if when I think of a source, I think of this big pot. And here's this big source of income. And you know, every 2 weeks from the pot, you are going to get a deposit into your bank account. Okay. And what you do with that deposit is up to you. But every either bi-weekly, monthly, weekly, however you get paid, you are electronically pulling from the source and into the pot. If you don't show up to work, the source has less money. Here's the deal. There is a sense, and then it makes you in the mentality of, I have to work this hard for, I have to work this much for to receive this number on my paycheck. So it puts you into this mindset of the more work I do, the more money I should be able to make, right? If I'm equating my work into my paycheck. But we all know that's not true. If that was true, our teachers would be getting paid a lot more. The field workers, those who pick our fruits and vegetables in the hot sun, would be getting paid a lot more because they are working a lot harder than somebody sitting at their desk, right? So it's not about the physical labor. Let's be real. It has a lot to do. And I like to for me, I'm a manifestation coach. I'm a manifestation teacher. Understand that about me. I like to talk about the energetics. Energetically, you receive as much as you think you are worthy from. Spiritually, you're receiving as much as you have faith in knowing you deserve. And so the amazing part about it is no matter when you get it, no matter when it comes up into your awareness that, hey, I'm receiving based upon how I feel, God is always showing up. It can be at the 11th hour. So we are going to be reading today from Matthew. Super excited about this. Matthew 20. And I really loved this more than anything else. Okay. So for the kingdom of heaven is like the owner of an estate who went out in the morning. So they're talking about a wine estate, right? So we're going to talk about it. Owner of a estate who went out in the morning at dawn to hire workmen for his vineyard. When he had agreed with the laborers for a denarius for the day. Denarius is how much they're going to get paid. It's so crazy, y'all. So crazy. I'm going to tell that story another day, another time, but there's a whole thing around dinars and me and finding out. Anyway, denarius for the day. He sent them into his vineyard, and he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace. And he said to them, you also go to the vineyard, and I will pay you whatever is right. And they went. He went out about the 6th hour and the 9th hour and did the same. And about the 11th hour, he went out and found others standing around, and he said to them, why have you been standing here idle all day? They answered him, because no one hired us. He told them, you go into the vineyard also. Okay, you go into the vineyard also. When evening came, the owner of the vineyard said to his manager, call the workers and pay them wages, beginning with the last, ending with the first. Those who had been hired at the 11th hour came and received payment. Now, when the first came, they thought they would get more, but each of them also received the same payment. Let's be real. A lot of us start to begin to think it's too late. Hey, my girl Val, what's up, boo? A lot of us start to believe that we are too late. We are too late. We're not going to get all that was owed to us. We're too late. I can easily think after 18 years of sitting on the sidelines, wanting to get into the entrepreneur game, I can easily come into the game and feel like I'm too late. But at the 11th hour, God said he still snatched them up, and everybody got paid. You have to remember, no matter when you decide, because he said, why y'all been standing here idle? Well, there ain't no work. It's like, get over here and get to work, okay? You no matter if you've been standing here, when you look to God and know that even in the 11th hour, he got you. You know that no matter what, you will be paid. Paid meaning you will be tapping into your gifts. You'll be walking in your purpose. You will be doing all the things that God has called you to do. Because that whole section started off with, for the kingdom of heaven is like the owner of an estate. The kingdom of heaven is like the owner of the estate. God is going to come and get you. And everything that is owed to you, whatever you are due, you will receive. You are never too late. And I think that was something that sat with me. And when I was walking away from my good government job, I was talking to a lot of my coworkers. And a lot of them were like, well, they're going to have to drag me out of here. Drag you out. And it made me clutch my pearls. Okay. Queen Val said, amen. But it made me clutch my pearls, because why would somebody have to drag you out of somewhere? Maybe God has called you for something more. But because you are so stuck in what mindset you've been hanging out for all along, you're still sitting there idle. And that's the thing for me. Because I'm talking about, my experience walking away. But that was the thing for me. I had to realize that my mindset had already shifted. It's almost as if I was a part of the first, second, or well, to be honest with you, when the groups were resigning, I was a part of the third group. I was shocked. A whole bunch of people hit yes way before me. They were wrecked. But I was a part of the third group. But even a part of the third group, God is always going to come snatch you up. Hey, Tammy, what's going on, Queen? God is always going to come snatch you up, and he's going to say, hey, come on, I got something for you. I got you. But many of us stand around idle. And when you think about standing around idle, I want you to think about, where is your mindset? Because to me, when I read that, he asked them. He said, why are you standing here idle all day? They said, because no one hired us. That's a mindset. When you stop looking at all the things you don't have No one. And you begin to look at all the things that you do have, a shift happens. They wouldn't have been able to notice him if a shift hadn't happened. He wouldn't have been able to notice them if a shift hadn't happened. So we start here in our mind first. We shift in our mind first. You are worth I want to say so much more, but we are such gifted, wonderful, magical humans. And it's never too late. We can always seek out, look for. That's the shift. The more that you stay in the nobody hired me, nobody's buying my stuff, nobody's looking at my post, nobody's liking, notice where you're going. And please understand, your words are creating. So we have to shift. It's a shift that happens here first. We stop looking at what we don't have and we get comfortable and start noticing all the wonderful things around us. I'm going to tell you right now, these men that were going to go work on the vineyard, if they would have started off with, shoot, I know I'm going to get hired today. Feel that energy shift. Right? When you have a knowing that whatever you want wants you back, feel that energy shift in you from looking at, oh man, nobody, oh, all the things, right? It's so crazy because I thought that once I walked away from my good government job, I energetically was going to be freaking out, right? Like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But like, instead of that, I'm noticing all the opportunities all around me. And I actually started noticing the opportunities before I walked away from the job. I actually started noticing opportunities like come January, I was like, dang, I'm booked every other week. And I said, I bet you come February, every week I'm going to be booked. Come February, dang, I'm booked every week. I said, can it get any more busy than this? Let's see. I don't really have much booked for March. What's going to happen in March? Come March, I'm booked every week. Dang, I'm booked every week in March. It's like, man, I wonder what's going to happen come April. Am I going to be booked every week? Y'all. I'm officially fully booked for April. So when I stop looking at, man, like if I were to come into walking away from the job as, man, I'm not making as much money as I want to be making, shout out to the video I just made, Instagram, it'll be dropping soon. You'll see it, but I just did a video on TikTok talking about this. But if I were to walk away saying to myself, oh man, I'm not making as much as I wanted to be making when I was going to walk away from my business, I'm stunting my mindset from moving forward. I'm stunting myself from expanding because I'm focusing on what I don't have. And that's what I love so much about this. In the 11th hour, even they were like, oh my God, didn't nobody hire us? Man was like, get over here and work. And they made just as much money as the person who started in the morning. So you have to know that it's never too late, but it just takes you shifting the way you think about it. I think the more that we're focused on what we don't have, the more that we don't have. And that is so key. And it's such a big mindset shift that I am experiencing on this faith walk. It's shifting from noticing all the knots and rejoicing in and giving gratitude for all the things that I do. Okay. All the things that I currently have, all the things that I'm experiencing. I enjoy moments. Like I was outside earlier standing in the sun, and it's not that I didn't do this while I worked, but like this sun felt different today. You know what I'm saying? And I'm standing in the sun, and even as I'm standing in the sun with my eyes closed, it was almost as if the sun got brighter. It was almost as if the birds were chirping louder. Whether they were or not, I don't care, because that's what it felt like to me. And I stood there and I just said, thank you. Thank you. Oh, moments like this, I love. Yesterday, I was driving. The clouds looked phenomenal. I don't know what it was about them clouds, but they were so beautiful. I mean, they looked like they were placed in the sky. And then I started thinking about how painters, oh my God, sorry guys if you could hear that, that's my son. Then I started thinking about painters and how painters paint clouds. And when they paint clouds, they see what I was just looking at, how the clouds look like they were, it's just moments. All the moments are a gift. You were given these beautiful moments. And so that's why when we go through adversities, because many people, when I told them I was leaving my good government job, they freaked out for me. They got freaked out for me. And I was like, oh my God, am I supposed to be this freaked out? So I'm sitting here trying to like, okay, what do I do? Because I'm being led to this and God is leading me to leave. And, I don't know, but they're freaking out. Should I freak out with them? No. They got a lot of questions. What about insurance? It's going to work itself out. It's going to be great. What about this? It's going to be great. I'm excited, right? Because I get to discover, I get to find out, I get to gain new understanding. I get to walk in territory I've never been in before. This morning, I was talking to one of my son's friends, and because he just jumped on my live. I saw him jump on, but I know he jumped off. But I was talking to one of my son's friends this morning, and I'm asking him, like, did you, I asked him to do a vision board. I said, baby, did you do your vision board? He goes, no, Miss Jackie, I ain't done my vision board yet. He goes, I really just want to sit down and do it with you. And I said, we could do that. We could sit down and do the vision board. And he was like, thank you. And then I told him about another tip that I'm going to be sharing with you guys here in a minute. But I told him about another tip, and he was like, oh my God, he's blown away. So as I'm sitting at the refrigerator, God says to me, and I literally wrote it down. It's written down right here on my to-do list, right? God said to me, send pitches to colleges to help these kids get clear on their vision. What? And it just comes so clear. The path becomes so clear. You have more than you don't have. You have more than you lack. But when you stay focused on what you do have, what you don't have doesn't even matter. Okay. And I love that. There's so much in that for me. And so, I'm going to be coming and sharing with you a lot out of the Bible. The Bible talks a lot about manifesting. I don't know if you guys know this, but the Bible talks a lot about manifesting. And then the greatest manifester of all time, Jesus. Okay. You read the Bible, listen to how Jesus was healing people. He walking through the cities and healing folks. All they had to do was touch him and he was healing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the greatest manifester of all time. And the greatest thing about each and every one of us is we were created in his image. Created in his image. I don't know if you know what that means, but I'm finally letting that get into my soul. But if I'm created in the creator's image, that means I'm a creator. That means I can create. That means, how do I create? With the words that come out of my mouth. How do I create? With the feelings that I have in my body. How do I create? I create by constantly staying in the thoughts and the feelings of where I'm on my way to. That's how I'm creating. Because this is a new reality, right? I'm telling you, when you think about people like Steve Jobs and how he put a computer in a phone, where even now I can come to y'all live like this because of it, right? That he had to stay in the idea. He couldn't be wavy about the idea. He couldn't be like, I don't know today. I don't know if it's going to happen. He had to mentally know that we were going to have cell phones. We were going to be able to do everything from a computer on a little itty bitty phone. He had to stay in that mindset. And now most of us can't see our lives without it. Okay. And so it goes back to whatever idea that you are creating. Hey now, girl. Hi, Miss Jackie. Hey, my girl. Whatever it is that you are creating, I want you to know that the idea starts first with you. And the idea starts with you changing your mind and believing this is worth something. Okay. This is going to change somebody's life. My purpose is needed. I am needed. I am a gift. Hang out in that energy. and watch all the answers, all the opportunities, all the collaborations come right to you. I'm telling you this because I'm living it. I'm telling you this because I'm experiencing it, right? And what I'm going to show you on my vision board, I even have it on my vision board. And so I want all of us to get in our minds that we are the creators and we get to create. So what are you creating next? That's what I want to know. In the 11th hour, it could be the 11th hour for you. You're like, I thought it was too late. No, baby. Okay, no, baby. There's some actresses, I think Cicely Tyson. I know the beautiful lady on a lot of actresses started later in life, 50 years old, right? And that's the thing. We have to stop thinking that it's too late. It's never too late. There is a journey that God is ready for you to embark on. He over here on the corner like, okay, when's she gonna get in there? Okay, when's she gonna do it? And the more you sit on the idly doing nothings, I don't know how many times God probably asked you, right? Why are you standing there idle? I mean, I got something for you. And you over here like, well, nobody asked. Baby. It's time to get into action now. And the first action that you get to take is you get to have the thought, the idea, the dream in your mind. And the more that you have the thought, the idea, the dream in your mind, and you see it and you play with it, the quicker you're going to get to see it in your physical reality. Now, I said I had something, a really beautiful treat for you, and I do. There is something that I heard. I didn't repost it, but I think I'm going to. But there is a video, and this millionaire lady was talking about how she learned this tip from a billionaire. And me, as a money mindset coach, I see how it works. Like I see how this can be like how this does work, you know. And so I started doing it myself, and I want to share it here with you guys today. But I started doing something called mind movies. Okay. And so what that means is you go into Canva, and I'm not talking about the little dreams. I want y'all to give me some big, audacious, like clutch my pearls dreams. Okay, Val said Jackie and her clutch her pearls. Yes, clutch my pearls. We're going to get a dream so big that it makes you clutch your pearls. And like I said, the 11th hour, it says, and about the 11th hour, he went out and found others surrounding, standing around. God is going to show up even at the 11th hour. You believe until you receive. You believe until you receive. You can't let go of the belief in the middle and say, oh, this is taking too long, Lord. I don't know. The 11th hour, that means at the very last minute, very last point, God can show up for you. So you believe until you receive. We don't stop the belief. We don't give up. We don't say, oh my God, it ain't happened yet. That's you look like some of the workers. They said, we've been standing idle because nobody hired us. We're going to stop looking at what's not happening and start focusing on the fact that it is already promised to you. The fact that you were brought here to create, you are the creator. And everything that you want wants you to. So the more that you lean into that, the more that you're going to be like, yes, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Yes. Okay. It's already yours. And if you're feeling like, but it's taking too long, it's too far away, hang out in your mind. Use your imagination. Play. Go back to the mind movie. Make a mind movie. It's about you. You're the main character in this movie. Put everything that you want, everything that you dream, the big dreams. And here we go, Val, that make you clench your booty cheeks. The big dreams that make you clench your booty cheeks. Those ones, put those in the mind movie. And all the other little dreams that are leading you up to that big dream will happen. That's why we want to do the big one. Because all that other stuff, it's going to happen. Those are easy. But the big one may take a little bit more believing. The big one may take a little bit more convincing. And convincing yourself looks like staying in the thought, staying in the feeling. Convincing yourself looks like you are literally being hypnotized every day by everybody else all around you. Okay. And that was a hypnotic thought of mine. I had to stay on the job. I had to do this. I had to do that. That was total hypnosis. Okay. I totally know this. But the changing of the feeling, that's why I'm taking you with me on my faith walk. The changing of the feeling looks like I've been hanging out and who I'm on my way to becoming. And I like her. She's actually a lot of fun. She tips well. Okay. She, and that's the thing. She talks to you different. She loves on you different when you know that it's your higher self that you're communicating with. I had an event on Sunday and I left the event, even though I got hundreds of compliments. I left the event feeling like, did I say the right things? Did I do the right things? And I was really beating myself up in my head when I left the event. And I hit up the person who ran the event. I was like, hey girl, like kind of freaking out a little bit. How was it? And she was like, oh, you killed it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, thank you. And then I told myself, all for the whole day, you were beating yourself up thinking, and you finally reached out and she loved it. And that's the thing, like our thoughts can run away with us. Like they can run, like they'll be like, woo, and be out. And you are over here back here like, wait a minute, but is that really how I feel about me? Right? I felt like I killed it. I had them in there laughing. I was feeling good too, but the negative thoughts are always going to come up. They're always going to come up. And I really believe in having armor on. And to me, the armor looks like putting out the vision of the new dream and standing 10 toes down on it. Even if you feel like I'm good right where I'm at, things are cool, I'm doing well, I just want to let you know that there's still more to be done. Your life's not over. You're still here. So what other new things can you embark upon? What other new journeys can you get into? It may be the 11th hour, but you get to still have a good time. Okay? It's so funny. She must know I'm talking about her. She gonna message me right as I'm saying it. But you're meant to have a good time. You're meant to show up. You're meant to love on yourself. And so the more that we do that, the more that we get to receive all that is meant for you. All the gifts. There's so many women I've heard talk and they're like, I got so many gifts. I have so many talents. I have so many things I can do. Yes. And you're meant to do them all. And you're meant to do them all. And that's the fun part about this. You get to embark on journeys everywhere. Girl, you talking about me? No. My girl. Hey, my girl, Crystal. No. I was talking about somebody else. I was saying, I wasn't sure I did a good job. And she was like, you did amazing. You know how you talk crazy to yourself after you've done something big. You're like, oh, am I doing well enough? We all do it. We all do it. But the magic lies in, again, the thoughts that you have on repeat in your mind. What are those? This is something I love to ask, like when I'm working with people, or what are some of the dominating thoughts that come up for you? And whatever dominating thought, like your top 3, your top 3, reevaluate those, reframe those if they're not positive. Okay. And as you do, like one of my dominating thoughts, and this is me just being transparent, but one of my dominating thoughts for a very long time was I wasn't doing enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. And like, I do see it come up, now as an entrepreneur, because it's like on my 9 to 5. And again, I literally just made a video about this, but on my 9 to 5, there were lists, there were things that we had to do. There were reports. There were so many things. And so I'm trying to do all the things, right? So I stayed busy on my job. But as an entrepreneur, there are many moments of I need to be led. Because when you're just doing busy work, you become a busy mess. And half of the stuff that you just didn't even end up panning out or even doing anything because you were just busy doing something rather than being led or being guided or being in flow in your business. And I'm learning that. That is a part of this faith walk is relaxing in. That's why I had to make a list. Like, what are the things I need to get done? Because if I don't, I'm going to be a busy mess. I'm going to be everywhere. I'm going to be trying to do all the things. But there's a sense of flow that entrepreneurship gets to enjoy. And one of those flows is a financial flow. There's no longer this source of income where you're pulling from this pot. As government employees, you're a GS-12, so this is the amount you get, right? Now, as an entrepreneur, it's literally money can flow from anywhere and everywhere. Money can flow in from different directions, different locations, and different things. So when you allow money to flow in from whatever path is not blocked, you will get to enjoy money more abundantly. Because it's enjoying you. It's like, oh, I like her. Oh, yeah, she liked me. When I come in, she thanks me. When I come in, she gets excited about me. And even when I go, she's like, oh, thank you, money. This was great. It's a different energy. It's a different energy. So we want to shift our energy. That is what I will be doing here live, is shifting our energy, talking about it. If you need any help with shifting it deeper, I do energetic work. And I was telling my girl, Crystal, I was like, Crystal, girl, oh my God, like I was at this event on Sunday and this lady was raving about me. And, I have a hard time. I don't know if I was telling you, Crystal. I think I might have been telling my Bible study group, but I have a hard time accepting like praise. And so I'm struggling to accept the praise, but I'm also trying to sit in it and receive it, right? We got to get used to receiving. And I noticed that, like, people, when you go out to eat dinner with others and everybody's fighting for the check, but one person wants to pay, and all of a sudden you trying to throw money at them, that is not getting comfortable with receiving. And that's what, when we get compliments, you got to sit and get comfortable with receiving. When somebody is trying to, pay for you. My auntie took me to lunch yesterday, and I felt uncomfortable because I wanted to give. I wanted to, do as well, right? You got to get comfortable with receiving. And so I was really struggling with that. And for me, she was talking to me. I should have been recording her because she was giving me like literally the best testimonial I have ever seen in my life. And I recorded none of it. But the testimonial was around how the energetic work actually works. And this is why I wanted to get in this work, because I could easily make a course. I could easily make a little ebook that you can read and think right? But the reality of it is, the energetic work is what works. You can take all the courses if you want to, but if you're not journaling daily, the shift is taking longer. Okay. And that's what I noticed. I journal daily. I'm in my Bible daily. I'm affirming daily, right? I'm in gratitude daily, right? And so when we stay in all the things on a constant basis, your life will not look the same. If you stay doing the energetic work for 30 days, your life will not look the same. Okay. So I'm here to just let you know, I'm here to help. Straight up, I'm here to help. And I just want each and every one of us to energetically get to where we belong. But we have to first, A, know what we want. B, see it in our vision, see it in our eyes, see it in our mind's eye, see it in our subconscious mind. And C, stay there, hang out there, be expecting, be ready, enjoy the receiving. But it's up to us. It's up to us. The work is up to us. But I just want to let you know, no matter what, God is going to show up, even if it is in the 11th hour. Okay? You can still want, you can still have, you can still receive, even if it is in the 11th hour. And I think so many of us are just like, oh, it's too late. I know a lot of people who think it's too late, right? My coworkers, it's your opportunity to start over and find and become anew. I had a coworker talk bad about me. She was going to the boss saying, Jackie's over here doing her business. She ain't doing her work. Hilarious. All I keep thinking to myself is, who's laughing now? Me, I'm having a good time. So there's always a way to your purpose. There's always a way to get to where you are meant to be. There's always a way. And it starts with you. It starts with you knowing what you want. On Monday, I talked about the GPS system, typing in your destination to the GPS system, your God processing system, saying, hey, God, that's where I want to go. And God's like, ooh, all right, get in the back. What I say, we gonna get in the back seat with God. And I said, sometimes the road's a little bumpy. It could be a wild road. You know what I'm saying? But he's going to get you there every time. But we have to ask for what we want. Okay? And asking for what you want is taking your eyes off of what you don't have and getting focused on what you want. All right? Woo! This was good. This was good. This was good. This was good. So on this faith walk, we're no longer looking at what we don't have. We're only focusing on what we want. And we are going to stay 10 toes down until we receive. 10 toes down until we receive. 10 toes down until we get it. And 10 toes down looks like just believing. Even in the 11th hour, just believing. All right. Woo! So I also want to start coming here live on Friday. So Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are my days. But this Friday, I'm on my way to Las Vegas with a friend. I'm super excited. So check out my stories. Hang out in my stories this weekend. You're not going to want to miss a beat. My stories are going to be off the hook this weekend. I promise you. Okay. I promise you. So hang out in my stories with me this weekend. Come have fun with me. This is my celebration party. Call it what you want. This is going to be me celebrating because as of the 21st of March, I'm officially done, son. And that's the day I leave. So come join me in my stories on Instagram. You know what? I'm going to try to post in my stories on TikTok, and I'm going to post in my stories on Facebook. So come join me in my stories this weekend as we celebrate one of my BFF's birthdays and my freedom. Whee! Remember, life is like a roller coaster, okay? Just throw your hands up and say, whee! So yes, follow me. Come join me. It's going to be a good time. And yeah, this journey has just begun. So normally on Fridays, I do free game Fridays. I gave you guys a little bit of free game today, but I will be posting a video with some free game on Friday. And yes, so yeah, do your mind movie. You deserve. Get in Canva. What do you want? Write it out. You got it. All right. I love y'all to pieces. Have the best day ever. And join me again on Monday, 11:11 Pacific Standard Time. We will be coming here again for more conversations on my faith walk and how you can walk in your faith too. All right. Love you. Bye, you guys.